Here are the top 10 variety coins worth money that you can look for from 1970 to 1979. The first coin we are going to look at is the 1971 S doubled obverse Lincoln cent, specifically the proof coin, for which there are actually multiple varieties known to exist. On this coin, you should pay particular attention to the letters of liberty, as the doubling is definitely the strongest here, mostly displayed towards the right of the affected letters. The effect is particularly noticeable on the L and the B, with the I seemingly appearing twice just in between the two. NGC graded an example of this coin as Proof 69 Red Ultra Cameo, which was sold at auction in 2022 for the price of $3,600. By 1970, all proof coins and modern proof sets were produced exclusively at the newly revamped and equipped San Francisco Mint. As a direct consequence, all proof coins should by rights be branded with the S Mint mark to indicate their point of origin. On the Roosevelt dime, this should be placed just above the date and to the right of Roosevelt's neck truncation. But on a small number of coins that were all issued in the regular 1970 proof set, this feature was missing, as is the case for this coin. Graded by PCGS as Proof 69 Cameo, it was sold at auction in 2009 for the amount of $6,037. The Eisenhower Dollar Series is not exactly renowned for repunched mint mark varieties by any means. By my counts, there are, well, fewer than, I would say, half a dozen cases worth pursuing. This 1971 S over S dollar coin is one, if not the best of the lot. The secondary S is very faint on this coin, but can be seen peeking out directly towards the northwest of the primary S mint mark. Mostly, all you'll see is a glimpse of what was the upper rounding of the initial S impression. This PCGS graded MS67 example of this variety was sold at auction in 2016 for $8,812. Now, we just looked at the 1970 no S-proof dime. Well, in 1971, it was the turn of the Jefferson nickel in the proof set to be stripped of its S mint mark, or at least it was in the case of a small number of coins. Here, again, the S mint mark for the San Francisco Mint was meant to be added just below the date and towards the right of Jefferson's hair tie. So, get searching those 1971 sets to see if you might be hiding one in your collection somewhere. This coin was graded by PCGS as a stunning Proof 69 Deep Cameo, and at auction in 2023, it raised no less than $8,100. Time now for our first, and truth be known, only Washington quarter dollar on this list, and this variety is found on the Drummer Boy or Bicentennial quarter dollar coin from the Denver Mint in 1976. But for this variety, turn your attention away from the reverse design and towards the obverse instead. Here, the doubling is detected on the letters of Liberty, just above Washington's head. The letters are all doubled towards their individual left, or towards the west, if you will, although the doubling on each letter becomes steadily more bolder as you progress from left to right. In 2023, an example of this variety graded by PCGS as MS66 was sold at auction for the sum of $8,400. Then, at the halfway point, we have what I can easily argue would be the best known variety for the decade. Definitely so when confining our attention to the Lincoln cent series, the main 1972 double die obverse penny coin. The doubling on this coin is extraordinarily strong, seen on virtually every design aspect of the obverse, but nowhere quite so obvious than on the date, which shows doubling towards the north east. Liberty is in turn doubled towards the south to very disorienting effect, and the spread is so wide that the letters of In God We Trust actually achieve full separation, with doubling displaying towards the left of all letters. The example we see here was sold at auction in 2022, slapped by PCGS as MS67 plus red, for which it sold for $17,437. 1972 is a bit of a dream issue for variety collectors, as there are just so many spectacular and even more minor varieties contained in just one issue. This coin, the FS104 type, is easily one of the rarest of the bunch, identified by strong doubling on the letters of Liberty, though doubling is also found on the date and the letters of In God We Trust as well, with the doubling displaying towards the top, or stated more technically, in a clockwise orientation. In 2023, an example of this type, graded by PCGS as MS66 red, was sold at auction for the sum of $21,811. If you have a 1971 proof S. Eisenhower dollar, then you might want to double check it just to make sure, as this variety has not been widely known for, well, certainly not as long as some other coins on this list. The doubling here is noted on the reverse of the coin. It's actually seen in one form or another on most design elements, but it is most prominent on the stars just below the letters of America, where you can clearly see that they have been doubled. This stunning silver Ike was sold at auction in 2022, graded by PCGS as Proof 68 Deep Cameo, and raised $18,000 at auction. Going right to the beginning of the decade now, and one of the best varieties for this era. This is the 1970's large date double die obverse penny. This is a surprisingly rare coin that is extremely underappreciated in a multitude of ways. Strong doubling is clearly seen on the letters of In God We Trust, where all the letters are doubled very strongly towards the left across the board, with the letters of Liberty also doubled very strongly towards the bottom, although slightly stronger towards the rim of the coin. During 2024, a coin like this, graded by PCGS as MS66 red, was sold at auction for the amount of $38,400. But without a doubt, the top variety coin from the 1970s, and the most valuable one as well, simply has to be the 1975 No S proof dime. Now, just like the previous two No S coins that we looked at, this coin can be found in the 1975 proof set, and only in the 1975 proof set. The only catch is that, at least to date, only two of these proof coins that are missing the customary S mint mark from 1975 have ever been discovered, making them extraordinarily rare. But that still doesn't stop me from checking every 75 proof set I can get my hands on. In 2019, the finest known of these two coins was sold at auction, graded by PCGS with a grade of proof 68 for the astronomical amount of $456,000. Subscribe to WNN and feel free to watch the top 10 coins from, say, the 1980s next, right here. For the World Numismatic News, I am Numisman saying thank you for watching, keep collecting, and have a fantastic day.